He kind of looks weary for a moment, and then you see him calculate for a second, and he says out loud to everybody to hear, "Thought processes corrupted. Eternity must be fed. It is the process. You cannot interfere." All of a sudden, that crystal bubble that's been floating around you guys begins to pull inward towards him. And as it grabs you guys on the backside, you begin to be pulled forward into this bubble as it starts to close in on his position. Everybody roll me a dexterity save, please. That is within the sphere.
28.
Pretty positive I failed.
I rolled an unnatural 1.
Unnatural 1.
I got an
Anybody
8.
else under 20?
On a 21.
17.
Anybody who failed to save is picked up, and like now you're sliding towards the bottom of the sphere. As you guys are being picked up, as the sphere closes in on them, the bubble begins to get smaller and smaller. And you guys all slump towards the bottom like water in a water balloon that is halfway filled up with air, and it begins to close around him. And as it does, he looks down at all of you within the sphere and just says, "Witness." And in front of you, the creature turns into an endless starscape with nebulas and stars off in the distance. And you're not in any sort of setting or galaxy, but just in the distance you see a mouth the size of the horizon, and it's just teeth slowly moving up and down. And you guys will all take 34 psychic damage.
I will
And it's
look back at him and say, "Not in this timeline," and cast rewind, and none of that happens to me.
No, that happens to you. You rewind yourself outside of this. But as you reappear, you see the bubble shrinking on your friends, and the psychic pulse snap off. And as soon as the psychic pulse snaps off, he pulls back into his space, and the seam on the sail stitches itself up. Seems to be like he's retreated.